So, as someone who's taken many a flight, this is not a good idea. I do not recommend this. And no matter what people on TikTok say, yeah, don't do this. Don't do it. So, harebrained airport theory trend causing people to miss their flights. But that's just a theory. An airport theory. Thanks for watching. So, apparently, let's see what this is all about. They're causing a brain delay. Social media has cornered the market on idiotic travel trends. Check-in chicken, anyone? But now TikTokers are purposely showing up late to their airport as part of a lame-brained new challenge that perhaps unsurprisingly is causing people to miss their flights. Dubbed the airport theory, the trend suggests arriving at the airport just 15 minutes in advance to clear security, going against the conventional wisdom of showing up hours. Yeah, do you know how long it takes just to get to baggage check-in? And then to get through security? The logic is passengers can have their cake and eat it too by making it to the gate without having to go get up early or waste time lounging about the airport. While this may seem like a gamble, videos about airport theory have taken off. Get it? On TikTok, amassing a whopping 400 million. I lose hope for this world every single day. It is currently 9:24. Actually, let's just. That's not what I wanted to watch. All right.
We're testing airport theory. It is currently 9:24 and my flight started boarding 4 minutes ago. And we're in security right now. Let's see how fast we can get through this. Okay, 9:29, we're through security. I also got randomly selected, so I had to do a whole other security check. But I see my queue. I would have to transfer. Perfect. Took a bus. It is 9:44. My flight is just now boarding. So we made it. Airport theory is true. We made it. Yes, I was the first one to walk on the plane. Make that make sense. Oh, and it's 9:50. We're supposed to be departing right now. Airport theory is true.
No, airport theory is not true. There's many reasons why a plane won't take off early. There was a time when I went from California to New Jersey. My flight was supposed to leave at like 11 o'clock in the morning. We didn't take off till about 4 or 5 in the afternoon. So that's something she probably isn't telling you, is that it probably got delayed shortly. You know, sometimes, oh, the door isn't closing properly, or whatever the case is. Again, my flight was supposed to take off at 11 o'clock, and we didn't take off till 4 or 5. I didn't get to the airport, you know, in New Jersey until like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning. So, or I didn't get home, or, you know, like till 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. So there's reasons why a plane won't, she could have made it. So just because it's not true, just because she ended up making it, it doesn't mean it's true. Again, as someone who's gone on many flights, you know, especially when a kid, you know, when we were kids, going from California to New Jersey for the holidays, and then back and forth for the holidays for several years, and then going from, you know, Texas, you know, here to Texas and back to it. I've been on so many flights, and I can tell you that there is a number of things that will prevent a plane from taking off on time, allowing those people just a nice little area of time to get to the plane. But they're probably not going to mention that because they're going to want, it's true. One brave soul even successfully tested the mile high hypothesis. Get it? Mile High Club. At Hartsfield Jackson Atlanta International Airport in Atlanta, Georgia, which is reportedly the busiest in the world based on foot traffic. If airport theory works here, I think it will work anywhere.
Today I'm testing airport theory at the most crowded airport in the entire world. Here we go. So we're here in Atlanta, which literally, according to Google, is the most crowded airport in the whole world. So if airport theory works here, I think it'll work anywhere. We're gonna see how long it takes to get to our gate from the beginning of the airport. All right, just started a timer. Here we go. Looking at the line for TSA pre-check. Literally nobody, guys. A ghost town. So it's gonna be it's a massive line. Like, huge area. There's just nobody in it. All right, we're through security 7.5 minutes in. I will say there was definitely a lot more people than I thought once I actually got to the line. But still, 7.5 minutes, we'll take that. It does seem like they're very prepared for these huge lines. There just wasn't one though. So I don't know if I just came at the right time or what, but airport there is looking good. I do have to take a tram to my concourse though, right? So I'm at T and I gotta go to A, but it's the next stop. So, I don't know, over-under's looking like 12, 13 minutes, right? All right, we're off the tram, headed to the gate. I will say, I forgot to mention this at the beginning of the video. I didn't check a bag, but there was no line to check bags at Delta. 0 lines. I forgot to show it. I wish I did, but there's no lines. You gotta take my word for it. Here's a look at foot traffic in the busiest airport in the world by foot traffic. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. And we have officially made it to the gate, just under 15 minutes. So, longer than like one of the airports I've done in this series, but still, that's a huge win for airport theory. Let's be honest, right? Let's go. Today I'm testing airport theory at the most crowded airport in the entire world. Here we go. So we're here in Atlanta, which literally, according to Google, is the most crowded airport in the whole.
So also, another thing that you might find if you traveled enough, certain times of the year, you're going to be busy. There are certain times where you can go through like that. You know, there was one few times where I've gone in and I stood in line maybe 15 minutes total, not just to check in baggage, but to go through security as well. And then I had to wait like 2-3 hours or so because I had gotten in so early. It's like I had 2-3 hours before my flight. So obviously holidays are going to be busy. If it's not around a holiday or something, generally you can most likely, actually, again, even then, even if people are managing to do it, do not take it as the gospel truth, because you're only risking not being able to catch your flight. So do not take what these people are saying as some kind of hard truth and like, oh yeah, I'm going to do the same thing, because you're going to miss your flight. You're going to be one of the people who misses your flight because of it. So don't freaking do it. Okay? Know the time of year that you're, around the time of year, because again, holidays are always busy. They're always busy. People are traveling all across the world, all across the nation. So holidays, Christmas, Thanksgiving, you name it, holidays are going to be busy. So just don't risk it. These people might have enough money to worry, be able to pay for an additional flight or whatever it is they have to do because they missed a flight. But if you're one of those people who can't afford, then don't risk it. Certain airports, they say it was one of the busiest, but again, you have to take in the time of year. The point is, it's like, just because a couple people like, oh yeah, it works, don't do it. If you truly want to get on that plane, you will show up like 2-3 hours ahead of time. If you have to sit there and wait for your flight, at least you know you're going to get on. Instead of standing there worrying about, oh crap, I've got 5 minutes left. Am I going to make it through and be able to walk all the way down to the gate in order to get on my flight? So don't even risk it. Just because some freaking morons on TikTok said, oh, it worked for me, it's true. Yeah, don't. Are you gonna come over? Come on. Or what? Whatever. It's a huge win for airport theory. He also flew on a Tuesday rather than Friday, Saturday, or Sunday when the airport is ready, reportedly at its busiest. He even called it a ghost town. Yeah, also certain days. Um, can I help you? Meanwhile, thousands of miles away. Meanwhile, some airport theorists end up flying, or rather not flying, too close to the sun. In one short clip with 15.8 million views, defeated-looking TikToker detailed her not rushing as she walked while sipping a cup of iced coffee and seemingly getting to her American Airlines gate after it closed.
Help, I'm
Okay, so it just proved that may work for some, doesn't work. Sometimes you get lucky, doesn't mean it actually works. So again, if you're getting on a flight, do not listen to what these people say. Show up 2-3 hours ahead of time like they tell you to. Again, you'll feel a lot better knowing that you're already there and standing there for 2-3 hours ahead of time. And if you have to sit at the gate or walk around or whatever for a couple of hours before, at least you know you don't have to worry. But this person's like, oh, well, I didn't feel any reason to rush. Oh, but look at me, I missed my flight now. I'd rather sit uncomfortably at the airport for 4 hours than be consumed with anxiety about missing. There you go. Exactly. For those of you thinking that about testing out the airport theory, don't do it. Yeah, I'd rather sit. Yeah, and there are times I've had to sit uncomfortably. I'm a big guy, and there are some times like that time with when the plane didn't take off until like 5 o'clock. You think they let us off the plane? No. We were on that plane the entire time. I'm 6'4". I'm 6'4", and I didn't have money for first class before people say, well, you could have got first class. I don't have money for first class. Okay. I was going from California. I was like freaking 17, 18 years old. I didn't have money. So I'm 6'4", and I'm stuck on this plane for, supposed to leave at 11 o'clock. And we didn't leave till 5. But yeah, there were times, like I said, there was one time and I met this really nice girl and we were talking and all that. And, I had so much time. I was not only able to walk her to her flight, her gate, but I had more than enough time to walk back to mine. So once you're past security, you're in the clear. So even if you have 2 hours to waste, at least you know you're going to get on your plane. Unless it delays, which very well could. But trying to show up, you're like, oh, am I going to get to flight? You're risking for what? Just a little bit more sleep? Like, what's the point of risking it? Because you don't want to stand in line for it? Like, what's the point of doing this? In fact, the experts at a travel website, website Netflights, reported that since the rise of the airport theory trend, Google searches for "I missed my flight" have skyrocketed by 645% this past month. I weep for the future. Despite some successful tests, the trend largely depends on variable factors like queue times and the distance to your gate, which can differ. Yeah, sometimes you get in through security and you have like the closest gate. Sometimes you got to take the tram over. Which can differ depending on the airport and time of your flight. Additionally, boarding typically begins 45 minutes before departure, which is half an hour earlier than the 15 minutes suggested in airport theory, further emphasizing the risks of following this trend. In general, airlines recommend that travelers arrive at an airport 2 hours before a domestic flight and 3 hours before an international one, according to the travel site However, some factors may prolong the time, such as checking luggage, riding a shuttle instead of a rideshare service. The latter drops you off at the check-in counter, unlike a shuttle, or traveling with family members. Most airlines require you to check in your luggage at least 45 minutes before your departure for domestic flights and at least 60 minutes prior to international flights. People cognizant on whether they're at a flight hub with notorious long wait times. November, luggage storage company Bounce ranked John F. Kennedy International Airport the least efficient airport in the U.S. with a total wait time of 39 minutes and 48 seconds, including security screening and passport control. I mean, I always get to the airport early. Be able to think for oneself is becoming more and more rare. What a surprise if your flight is on at a time where the airport isn't busy, you won't have to wait long to make. Yeah, exactly. There's so many factors that these people aren't putting into the videos. You know, the time of day, the day of the week, the time of year. They're not telling you that. It's just like, oh yeah, I tried airport theory and it worked. Don't do it, okay? If you have a flight, show up 2 or 3 hours early. Okay? You'd rather sit around for 2 hours knowing that you're going to get on your flight than be like one of these dumbasses who are like, oh no, am I going to make my flight? And then have to worry about trying to book a new one. So just show up early like you're supposed to. Don't let these fucking idiot kids on TikTok and whatever try to convince you that, oh, this is a working thing. Because Google apparently 645% increase in I missed my flight lookups in searches. So don't freaking do it. Don't do it. If you value your time, your money, don't fucking do it. Think for yourselves. Don't listen to fucking TikTokers like, oh, airport theory worked for me. But hey, that's just a theory. And airport theory. And takeoff. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.